doctor met with that tragic accident. And subsequently, when this report started appearing and we had also checked up, we realized that the police was not the police or the revenue authorities who normally would check out these kind of things. They had no information about it. They were clueless about it, and some of them even checked it out, and then they realized that it was not true. The police was not prepared to confirm more than probably even a single death in some districts like Warangal, like Guntur. Police was not prepared to confirm it. So this gave room for this suspicion that the figures are being manipulated. But by the end of 48 hours, the Congress came out with this fantastic figure of 400 odd people who have died in the next, maybe in the next 48 or 72 hours after YSR death was made public.
Well, this is certainly quite embarrassing, Imran. In fact, we've been seeing how, just the Andhra MPs have been lobbying quite hard for Jagan Mohan Reddy's, cause all along for the chief ministerial post. Do you think that this was done in an attempt to boost Jagan Mohan Reddy's prospects, for the chief minister of the state?
Well, Avantika, if the visuals of the funeral are shown, you will realize how the military vehicle, which was used to take the gun carriage forward, to the burial spot of Dr. YSR Reddy, how that vehicle was used to promote Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy as his successor. That visual will show you very clearly how quick the political managers were in the Congress party, particularly those belonging to who were ardent fans and supporters of Dr. Reddy, how keen they were to promote Jagan Mohan as the successor. That visual will, and it is not possible perhaps for any human being or any person, however politically ambitious a person may be, to stand there and to use that vehicle to wish all the people who had come to share the sorrow of the family. There are ways and means of saying thank you to those who come to mourn with you, but this was something unprecedented in my view.
Absolutely. And Imran, very briefly, what does the report now mean for the Congress especially? It certainly is quite embarrassing for the Congress High Command and, fresh ammo for the opposition to attack the party.
To a very large extent, Avantika, I think the Congress High Command saw through this game very clearly, right from the word go. That probably is one reason why they have asked the toughest man probably in the Congress party as of now to deal with these kind of tricky situations, like Mr. Pranab Mukherjee to handle Andhra Pradesh. There is a general secretary. There are two experienced general secretaries there, like Mr. Veerappa Moily as well as Mr. Digvijay Singh. But the fact that Mr. Pranab Mukherjee is there, has been asked to look at Andhra Pradesh, or as the Andhra Pradesh Congress are not dealing with Pranab Mukherjee, is a clear indication that the High Command has seen through this game, and it's very clear that they are not going to, they have seen through this game and they would take their appropriate steps for that.
Well, that's probably why the Congress High Command was reluctant from the word go to make Jagan Mohan Reddy as the Chief Minister of the state. Imran Qureshi, thank you so much for joining us. We're also joined by Mail Today correspondent A. Srinivas Rao. He, in fact, is the one who has got this story. Srinivas, this is absolutely shocking, because YSR Reddy's death was widely mourned. In fact, the shock and grief over the Chief Minister's death had reportedly claimed, several lives. But now it turns out that this was one big branding exercise that was conducted by the Chief Minister's son himself.
Good morning, Avantika.
Good morning, Srinivas.
Yeah, that's true, Avantika. In fact, we have been receiving periodical reports from the Congress people. There have been so many number of deaths, either due to shock or there was some suicide. So I just wanted to cross-check in a few villages whether these reports are actually true or not. Okay, so especially in Warangal district, which has reported the second highest number of deaths, around 48. This is near to Hyderabad. I travel to those villages in Warangal district to check out whether these deaths were really, the claims were really true or not. So, to my shocking, most of them, in fact, I cannot say all of them, but most of them have turned out to be the false claims. I mean, as the report says, in one incident, one 8-year-old woman died in her sleep, which was attributed to YSR death. And in another family, the old man died. It was a natural death. He doesn't even have a television set. But the local people say, the family members say that he died while watching the TV. So, and I inquired with the local people.
Right.
And then it turned out to be a false claim.
And Srinivas, what else did you find out during the course of your investigation? How much money was given to these families to, remain silent?
Basically, these people might not have expected money in the initial stages, but when it's a coincidence that these deaths occurred at the time of YSR's tragic death. So the local Congress leaders apparently approached them. It's a sort of cascading effect, One death takes place and out of grief, and then a number of deaths that take place in the villages are also attributed to them. And these people approached these families, paid a certain amount of 5,000 or 6,000 for the funeral expenses. They did not say that they are going to, it's a sort of asking them to keep silent. But the thing is that these people have shown a sort of gratitude towards the Congress people. So they were told, not to reveal these things to anybody. And then they are also promised in the Rama houses, they are also promised if Jagan comes to power, they will get 1 lakh rupees extra.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Srinivas Rao, who in fact got us this story. Thank you so much for getting us further updates about the big breaking news about those several deaths that were reported from different parts of Andhra Pradesh over the death of YSR Reddy. And now moving on.